So welcome back to our channel Cricket Yari, and today we are going to discuss the news that are coming from IPL in a detailed way. So जैसे कि आप लोगों ने देखा था कि सिद्धार्थ ने कल आपको हार्दिक पांड्या का जो न्यूज़ आ रहा है वो आप लोगों से शेयर किया था कि दैट ही इज़ गोइंग टू बी ट्रेडेड बैक टू मुंबई इंडियंस व्हिच इज़ अ वेरी बिग न्यूज़। सो उसमें क्या-क्या कंट्रोवर्सी है और क्या रीज़न है कि उनको इतना पॉजिटिव स्टिंट रहने के बाद भी उनको मुंबई इंडियंस जाने का ज़रूरत पड़ रहा है या फिर ही इज़ विलिंग टू गो बैक टू मुंबई इंडियंस, वो सब हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। बट फर्स्ट ऑफ let's discuss the other IPL news as well that are coming our way. So first of all, KKR is parting ways with Shardul Thakur. Shardul's performance was not that good in the last IPL season. He just scored 113 runs and took 11 wickets, although his economy was on the higher side. उसके बाद न्यूज़ आ रहा है कि सरफराज खान और मनीष पांडे दोनों को रिलीज़ करने का फ़ैसला कर लिया है दिल्ली कैपिटल्स ने, क्योंकि दोनों का परफ़ॉर्मेंस उतना कुछ ख़ास रहा नहीं था, कंसिस्टेंट भी नहीं थे, टीम में भी इन एंड आउट हो रहे थे। सो दे हैव डिसाइडेड टू पार्ट वेज़ विद बोथ द प्लेयर्स। Next up, Shehbaz Ahmed and Mayank Tagar. So there is a trade-off which is existing between Royal Challengers of Bangalore and Sunrisers Hyderabad. So more of it is a strategic trade-off which is being called as, and both are good all-rounders. So let's see how it spans out. Uh, then two big news. First, Joe Root has decided to pull out of IPL, and we all know that he uh, he played the last season IPL to prepare him for the 2023 World Cup, which is very evident, and he has made it even more concrete by pulling out just before the retention period. And another pullout that is coming across our way is I'm sorry, it is Ben Stokes, who has decided to not play the 2024 season of IPL. And Gautam Gambhir has decided to join KKR as a mentor, which is a big news and a great news for all KKR fans. We all know how successful he was when he was with KKR. As a captain, he led them to two victories, which is great. And KKR has not won any IPL trophy when Gautam Gambhir was not associated with them. So it's a big relief for them. Let's see how it spans out this the next year's IPL. सो सिद्धार्थ, आप पे आते हैं अभी। आपको क्या-क्या पता चला है हार्दिक पांड्या के बारे में? हार्दिक पांड्या क्यों जाना चाहते हैं मुंबई इंडियंस वापस, हालाँकि वो इतना पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट दे चुके हैं गुजरात टाइटंस को?
आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा कि हार्दिक पांड्या ने बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म किया वहाँ पर। उनका बहुत ही सक्सेसफुल स्टिंट रहा एज़ अ कैप्टन। फर्स्ट ईयर में वो टाइटल जीते और सेकंड ईयर में ऑलमोस्ट जीत गए थे। वो लास्ट बॉल पर रविंद्र जडेजा का हीरोइक्स आता है और फिर आपने देखा होगा कि
हुँ,
कैसे मैच जीता हुआ मैच वो हार जाते हैं।
हुँ,
तो स्टिंट को लेकर तो कोई सवाल ही नहीं था। अगर स्टिंट को सिर्फ कंसिडर किया जाए तो फिर वो कंटिन्यू ही करते। लेकिन
हुँ,
सवाल ये था कि कभी-कभी क्रिकेट के अलावा भी कुछ-कुछ एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स भी होते हैं जो डिसाइड करते हैं आईपीएल में। आपको ये
हुँ।
बात पहले से भी पता होगा, हमारे ऑडियंस को भी पता होगा। तो
जी, बिल्कुल।
सेम चीज़ यहाँ पर भी हुआ। तो हार्दिक पांड्या को एक्चुअली पिछले साल आपने कुछ विजुअल्स देखे होंगे, जहाँ पर आकाश अंबानी और हार्दिक पांड्या आपस में कुछ बात करते हुए आपको दिखे होंगे। So it was reported at that point of time that those visuals were actually Hardik Pandya was being discussed by Akash Ambani regarding that he could, if it is a possibility that he could come back to Mumbai Indians. So there were rumors. So उस समय हम उस बात पर पूरा यकीन के साथ नहीं कह सकते थे क्योंकि वो हम रूमर ही मानते क्योंकि विजुअल्स आप जैसे आपका और हमारा कोई विजुअल्स देखे और ना जान रहा हो कि क्या बात हो रही है तो हमारे ऊपर कोई भी रूमर्स बना सकते हैं लोग कि ये भी बात कर सकता है, वो भी कर सकता है, वो भी कर सकता है। तो सेम चीज हम उस पर विश्वास नहीं करते। पर एक जो जॉइनिंग द डॉट्स वाला चीज होता है वो आज हम उससे डॉट को ज्वाइन कर पा रहे हैं क्योंकि आज हमें जब पता चल
हुँ,
रहा है चारों ओर ये फैल चुका है और लोग ये भी बोलेंगे कि आप लोग इतना यकीन के साथ कैसे कह सकते हैं। तो हम और आपको शायद नहीं पता हो सकता पर इरफान पठान अगर कोई चीज ट्वीट कर रहे हैं तो उनको तो जरूर कुछ मतलब बोलते हैं ना कि बिना आग का धुआं नहीं होता। तो सेम
हुँ।
चीज देयर इज नो स्मोक विदाउट फायर एज वी से इन इंग्लिश। तो उनको कुछ पता होगा तभी उन्होंने ट्वीट किया है। तो
क्या ट्वीट किया उन्होंने एग्ज़ैक्टली?
उन्होंने ट्वीट किया है कि यूज एंड थ्रो हैज ऑलवेज बीन अ स्पेशलिटी ऑफ सम फ्रेंचाइज लाइक दैट ही हैज ट्वीटेड। एग्जैक्ट
हुँ,
वर्ड्स नहीं हो सकता पर
हुँ,
इसी तरीके से उन्होंने लिखा है। वर्ड्स डिफर कर सकते हैं, एग्जैक्ट ट्वीट मैं उनका नहीं बोल रहा, लेकिन उनका यूज एंड थ्रो वाला फ्रेज उन्होंने यूज किया है उसमें.
But are
तो
we sure that he is using this phrase for Mumbai Indians only? Because as far as I remember, Mumbai Indians are not remembered as a franchisee which are like justifying this use and throw concept, because उन्होंने अपने star players को हमेशा बैक किया है.
बैक किया. लेकिन अभी कॉन्टेक्स्ट को देखते हुए हम उससे रिलेट कर पा रहे. मे बी वो शायद वो बोलना नहीं चाह रहे थे, पर उन्होंने शायद बेटर वे में उसको फ्रेज कर सकते थे. पर मुझे जो लगता है कि वो कॉन्टेक्स्ट इसी को पॉइंट कर रहा है, क्योंकि कॉन्टेक्स्ट के हिसाब से यही टीम पर वो लागू हो पा रहा है ना, जो आपको दिख रहा है, आपको भी दिख रहा है,
बट
आप भी जो
ऐसे तो
समझ पा रहे
बहुत टीम्स ने काफी प्लेयर्स को रिलीज किया है, तो
नहीं, सिर्फ रिलीज का बात नहीं है ना, सिर्फ रिलीज का बात नहीं. यहाँ पर बात ये है कि रोहित शर्मा को सुनने में आ रहा है कि शायद वो इस टीम के कैप्टन भी ना रहे. और अगर आप ही खुद सोचिए कि रोहित शर्मा, जिन्होंने 5 आईपीएल टाइटल्स अपनी टीम को जिताए हैं, और बाकी सीजन्स में भी उनका एज अ बैट्समैन शायद उनका उतना बेहतरीन परफॉर्मेंस नहीं रहा जितना हम एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं उनसे, पर एज अ कैप्टन इवन फॉर इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम भी जैसा उनका इस साल का वर्ल्ड कप रहा, आई थिंक ही वाज लीडिंग फ्रॉम द फ्रंट, ही वाज गोइंग ऑल गन्स ब्लेजिंग विदाउट वरिंग अबाउट हिज
Absolutely.
विकेट, ही वाज totally selfless in that approach, and same approach he always show for Mumbai Indians as well. So that might have been the reason that he is not successful as a batter when he plays for a franchise as well as Indian cricket in T20s. That could have been the reason. So I'm not focusing on that, as we are here to discuss only about the captaincy stint. So the thing is that रोहित शर्मा का जहां तक बात है, रोहित शर्मा को मुझे जहां जो सुनने में आ रहा है, रोहित शर्मा को ये सब बात जान के उन्हें पता, उनको ये अच्छा नहीं लगा है कि मेरे से बिना पूछे आप ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हैं, कि मेरे से बिना पूछे आप ऐसे डिस्कशन में क्यों है कि हार्दिक पांड्या को आप ला रहे हैं और बीच में उसको कैप्टन बनने के लिए भी बोल दिया है. तो इन चीजों को रोहित शर्मा हैज नॉट टेकन इन गुड स्पिरिट्स. सो डिस्कशन चल रहा है, ऑलमोस्ट ये सर्टेन है कि अब शायद डिस्कशन सिर्फ यही हो सकता है कि कैप्टन कौन होगा, पर हार्दिक पांड्या वापस आ रहे हैं मुंबई इंडियंस.
Siddharth, as you talked of Rohit Sharma, and he's such a brilliant captain in IPL, one of the most successful captains. But is this also a reason that उन्होंने कोई trophy IPL का जीता नहीं है after 2020? Is this driving Mumbai Indians for a captaincy change, and they are looking for Hardik Pandya?
Obviously, that is one of the reasons. And to add on to what you said, I have also heard that before this World Cup began, Rohit Sharma was, to be honest, Rohit Sharma was struggling with form. You would also agree to that. If you leave that Asia Cup also, before the Asia Cup, Rohit Sharma was not only struggling in franchise cricket, but he was also struggling for Indian cricket as well. So what I'm hearing is that there were talks that even Akash Ambani and his team or the leaders of that franchise was thinking that they could even release Rohit Sharma. So there were talks regarding that. But looking at his form in the World Cup, they have now to ponder what to do with him. So ultimately, they want him to play as a batsman and Hardik Pandya to be continued as a captain. In the last video which I made yesterday, in that video, the news was coming, as I had mentioned in that video, that Rohit Sharma could be the captain. But now what I'm hearing is that Hardik Pandya is almost certain that he'll not play as a player, but he'll play as a captain. This might change because last minute changes happen. We are reporting what we are hearing, right? So we cannot be certain about it, but it's almost certain that Hardik Pandya is coming back to Mumbai Indians.
But Siddharth, आपको नहीं लगता है कि if Hardik Pandya comes back to Mumbai Indians and he is looking himself to be the captain, then it won't be very comfortable for Rohit Sharma to play under him, because terms will be like a little bit sour between them and they won't be comfortable on the field?
Absolutely. There's no two ways regarding that. The way he has achieved, the feat which he has achieved for Mumbai Indians, I think it goes without saying that Rohit Sharma would never want. I cannot say only about Rohit Sharma. Even if you consider yourself as a captain, suppose, and you have won such a feat, you have achieved such a feat for a franchise, and then that franchise suddenly says that someone else is coming, and that person is a junior to you and will be the captain of your side, you won't like it, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
But see, Rohit Sharma इतने बड़े player है, उनको तो कोई भी team pick कर लेगा if there is a trade-off between Mumbai Indians and any other team. Let's suppose be it Gujrat Titans, let alone if Gujrat Titans can trade off.
Why not RCB repo of Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma?
That would be like it's like Messi and Ronaldo playing in the same team, but that
Correct.
is too good to be true. So I don't hope that that will be happening in a real space. But I think other teams can be looking forward to take Rohit Sharma, and even if it happens that Hardik Pandya becomes the captain of Mumbai Indians, I think that Rohit Sharma somehow will be not comfortable, and he will be trying to move out of Mumbai Indians and try to captain any other franchise, and take on Mumbai Indians in the IPL matches, isn't it?
Absolutely, that can happen. But the
You
thing is that
remember another instance where the same thing had happened. I think it dates back to 2009 or
Ganguly,
2010 when Ganguly was not picked by
yes,
KKR, and it was such a
never
big
yes.
controversy happened because Kolkata people of Kolkata absolutely love him, and when he was picked by Pune Warriors, and the match was happening in Eden Gardens between KKR and
I
Pune
remember that.
Warriors. Everybody was supporting, at least 80% of the people were supporting Pune Warriors because of Saurav Ganguly, and that belly in the fire was seen within the players. So do you expect anything same happening here as well, or it
You
is
would have seen, I would just add into what you said. You would have seen
hmm.
Ganguly picked one of the wickets and he was just running across
Yeah, it
he
was
was steaming across the stadium and people were
Peterson's favorite.
cheering
Yeah,
for him. And it was like
yeah,
Saurav Ganguly cannot be controlled at that point of time. So he was full
yeah,
of emotions. You would have remembered
hmm.
that.
Yeah.
So
But
Rahul, yeah, yeah,
there is a personality difference between Rohit and Saurav Ganguly. Rohit
exactly.
Sharma is
And
pretty much laid back.
that only I wanted to say what you
Yeah,
are saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So there's a personality difference between the two, but mindset is the same, I would say. Personality can
Okay.
differ from person to person, but the mindset is the same. Have
Hmm.
to win at any cost. That is the
Hmm.
mindset of Virat Kohli. That is the mindset of Saurav Ganguly, and that is the mindset of Rohit Sharma. That they have to.
Hmm.
There can be different ways of approaching the game, but the
Hmm.
ultimate goal is to win for their country. So they will give it all. And as you said about going to the other franchise and showing emotions and taking it as a challenge that I have to beat them, obviously,
Hmm.
why not? If such thing happens, he would take it as a ego to prove himself when that clash of the ego comes, when a match comes between a Pune
Hmm.
Warriors and the team he goes to, the team Rohit Sharma goes to.
Siddharth, was Hardik Pandya not comfortable? I also heard the news that there were some managerial differences between Hardik Pandya and the management of Gujarat Titans.
Correct. Correct. The thing is that actually, I would not say managerial difference. Actually, the thing is that when you are working in your company, also, right? So when
Mm-hmm.
hike happens or something happens, you always have some grievances that this should have
Mm-hmm.
been fulfilled, that should have been fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
You also have that. Similar thing. Hardik Pandya questioned one of the members. What I heard, he asked them that can he do additional endorsements apart from this? So
Mm-hmm.
these things were considered. So when he asked the Gujarat Titans told that no, we cannot allow additional endorsements, and even
Okay.
some more things he asked, and they didn't agree to that. I think it was just the hike thing, and also one of the things was regarding the endorsement thing. So then what happened was, then ultimately this was the reason why Akash Ambani approached, and I heard that Akash Ambani agreed to all the grievances which Hardik Pandya was having
Hardik
with
Pandya had.
Gujarat Titans.
Okay.
So whatever demands Hardik Pandya made to Gujarat Titans, and that was discarded by them, was totally accepted and taken in good spirits by Akash Ambani. So
Hmm.
that was one of the core reasons that Hardik Pandya agreed to go back to Mumbai Indians. So you have heard it correctly, right?
तो सिद्धार्थ आपको क्या लगता है कि the financial aspect is really taking over the loyalty factor in cricket when as and when this franchisee cricket are
Hmm.
taking a boom up.
Hmm. You're talking about loyalty. I think loyalty factor comes in, but it depends. Ultimately, when you are playing franchise cricket, it's different from international cricket, I would say, because
Hmm.
international cricket is a different beast. There you are representing your country. Here you are playing for a franchise. So if a franchise you are playing for, and if that franchise is not fulfilling your demand, you have every right to go. That depends from person to person. Today, Virat
Hmm.
Kohli might say that he's very loyal to RCB, he would never leave.
Hmm.
Dhoni never left CSK because he had that loyalty factor. But ultimately,
Hmm.
if your demands are not fulfilled, you have every right. That depends upon the individual, what that individual decides.
do you really think that nowadays, since the franchisee cricket have really started awarding the players lot amount of money, so due to the security aspect, the players have this in the back of their mind that even if we do not qualify to play the international circuit, IPL is there or franchisee cricket, let's suppose is there, so we will always keep earning a huge chunk of money. So they are not so much focused towards the international performances, and because the security has driven them to think that, oh, we will be getting money, so it's okay even if we keep playing IPL and franchisee cricket.
Absolutely, I would agree to that fact because security you get more. I'm not saying that you don't get that security in international arena. You get that security in international arena as well, but there's a constraint that you have to be consistent enough throughout.
Hmm.
You have to perform at each and every stage, especially the global events like World Cup and all, because performance at that stage is considered more than compared to bilateral tournaments.
Hmm.
So if you talk about league cricket or franchise cricket, yes, there is comparatively more security because you know that even if you don't perform at that level, your potential is always considered. And one more thing in that aspect is that if it's a T20 cricket, you always know that T20 cricket is such a game that such a fickle game that you cannot be consistent always. So
Hmm.
that is also considered. So more often than not, your potential is considered rather than your performance. I'm not saying that performance is not considered at the T20 level or franchise cricket, but potential is given more emphasis because if suppose a player or a batsman or a bowler has a potential, that person can, even if it is a league of say 14 matches, even if
Hmm.
that person delivers in 2 or 3 games and that individual makes you win for those 2 and 3 games, because as we know that in franchise cricket, individual performance can lead to winning you games. So that is one of the factors because of which the security is more, because your potential is considered more rather than your performances always.
Absolutely correct, Siddharth. I also agree to this fact. So Siddharth, another question that I have in my mind that आपको क्या लगता है कि T20 वर्ल्ड कप जो नेक्स्ट ईयर होने वाला है, उसका जो टीम है और लेट्स सपोज जो स्क्वाड है, वो ऑलमोस्ट डिसाइडेड है या फिर आईपीएल का परफॉर्मेंस का उस पे काफी इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा? आईपीएल के बाद आईपीएल के परफॉर्मेंस को देखकर ही टीम और स्क्वाड डिसाइड होगा?
अगर आप मुझे रोहित शर्मा और विराट कोहली को हटा के पूछ रहे हैं तो जी हाँ, आईपीएल का
हम्म.
परफॉर्मेंस कंसिडर करना भी चाहिए
Means you
और
are
होगा
very
भी.
certain that you're absolutely certain that Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are mainstay still in T20 cricket for India.
Quote unquote, I didn't say that. I just said that performances of other players barring these
Hmm.
two should be considered. What is going to
Okay.
happen is also similar to it, but if
Hmm.
suppose if you imagine in that 14 games,
Hmm.
Virat Kohli gets, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that he will. Suppose
Hmm.
in that 14 games, in 3 of the matches, Virat Kohli gets out for a golden duck.
Hmm.
If he doesn't have a 50 throughout the tournament, Rohit Sharma is not performing in every game. So how can you
Hmm.
take them? So if
Hmm.
that extreme scenario happens, then you won't take them. But if they perform, they have a good enough season, which they are always
Hmm.
capable of. More often than not, you will expect them to perform and give that more than average season from a Virat Kohli. And you know that if Virat Kohli is playing to his even 60 or 70% potential at that arena where you get, say, 2 or 3 club bowlers also, not club bowlers, but those bowlers who are not
Hmm.
represented at international level. So
Yeah.
facing them, it becomes comparatively easy when you
Hmm.
play, rather when you are playing in international cricket.
Hmm.
So I can expect that they both can perform. And one more thing, that उन लोगों ने इतना अचीव कर लिया ना कि अभी भी अगर आप वो दोनों को ट्रायल पे रख रहे हैं तो आई एम रियली सॉरी टू से दैट इज नॉट द फेलियर ऑफ देम, दैट इज द फेलियर ऑफ इंडियन सिस्टम, द बीसीसीआई, द क्रिकेट
Hmm.
फर्टर्निटी फ्रॉम वेयर द इंडियन branches are and roots are developing for the cricket. So there has to be fault there because
Hmm.
Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma has played international cricket, represented, and that also not only represented, they have brought laurels to your country. I'm not saying about World Cup, but
Absolutely. Yeah.
because of these two players only, the brand value increase and the cricket is
Hmm.
watched all over the globe, right? These two players have
Correct.
a major impact in that, right? So if now also if you are putting those two players on trial, I'm really sorry to say that is the failure of the system.
You were also telling me offline that you have some revelations from a top journalist where you got to know what Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma have been communicated regarding the future in T20s. Would you like to share it with our audiences?
Yeah, obviously, why not? If I have something to share, I will. But the thing is that we are hearing from somebody, so we cannot
Mm-hmm.
claim it. That is the thing that is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Only we can say that
Mm-hmm.
with certain degree of certainty that is going to
Mm-hmm.
happen.
Okay,
So
so yeah, I would like you to share the things which you have just heard as a revelation.
absolutely,
So let's just
yeah,
let's just share it with our audiences.
yeah, yeah. So the thing is that what I have came to know. Just a minute. Hello,
Hmm.
you
Yeah,
can hear me, right? Can you hear
yeah,
me?
absolutely,
Hello,
loud and clear, loud and clear. Yeah,
hello.
yes, Siddharth, you are audible.
Am I audible? You can hear
Yeah,
me,
you are
right?
audible. Yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah.
okay. Thank you. So as you said, मेरे को जो पता चला है, what I have heard from people is the
Mm-hmm.
top journalists, as you mentioned, that they have been already communicated that it has been a long World Cup, as we have played a round robin tournament, and before that also they have been on the road for international cricket. So their body has taken a lot of toll, and they are not getting younger, right? So,
Correct, correct.
so they have some consideration as well apart from international commitments, right? So they wanted to spend some time with their family and
Mm-hmm.
just get rid of that baggage which they have achieved from that World Cup, because ultimately we feel bad, but the players feel even worse than what we feel, right? Because they are
Correct.
representing their country at that
Mm.
level. So they just want to BCCI especially wanted them to be fresh. So they had a communication, and Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli were also on the same page that they wanted a 1 month break, and ultimately
Mm.
they were given. So after that 1 month break, the big question is that within that 1 month break only, that South African series is getting started. I'm talking about
Mm.
T20s, and even one
Correct.
days is falling in
Mm.
that only.
Mm.
So we have our doubts that they won't be picked for T20 for sure. One day we have doubts, but it is also looking certain that they won't be picked for the one day as also. They would directly reach South Africa and play one or two first class matches, and then they would play the test matches, the two test
Test
matches which are
matches. Yeah.
scheduled to happen in South Africa.
Mm. Mm.
So what have been communicated to them is that you take your break, and decision on your future is not going to be decided by us. You are such great
Mm.
players that we are no one to take a decision on you. Whatever you think is right for you and for your team, that we will consider. You go and take rest, and when you come back, we'll see your performance. Not see your performance, but we'll give us a platform to express yourself in the IPL and be ready for that T20 World Cup. So it's
Mm.
almost a certainty that they would be playing in that T20 World Cup. And given their experience into consideration, I don't think that they need match time. People might say that why they won't be playing any T20 cricket before that global event. So I don't think that they need any match time. Any level they are representing and just showing they are in form, or they are having that match time. Any place, I think they should be considered. So that is the talk within the management and the two senior players or the greats of Indian cricket.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is obviously like वो दोनों इतने बड़े खिलाड़ी है कि उनको इग्नोर करना like
एक चीज
impossible है.
एक चीज मैं भूल गया, एक चीज और ऐड
हाँ,
करना था
हाँ.
कि जैसे हार्दिक पांड्या को आपने देखा होगा कि सारे टूर्नामेंट्स में जो जिसमें रोहित शर्मा विराट कोहली रेस्ट ले रहे थे, क्योंकि ये वर्ल्ड कप ईयर था 50 ओवर का, तो T20
Correct.
क्रिकेट वो नहीं खेल रहे थे, तो हार्दिक
Hmm.
पांड्या वाज द कैप्टन, एंड इट वाज टोल्ड इन द मीडिया आल्सो दैट it's you can say that it's an open secret. It was termed as like that it's an open secret that Hardik Pandya is now the captain, but that has only not been official. So we were
Hmm.
also looking forward to that only. But what I'm hearing now is that I think the performances of Rohit Sharma has tilted that in his favor, I would say rather.
Hmm.
Otherwise, Hardik Pandya would have continued. The performances at the World Cup, I'm telling. If you, although it's a different format, but if
Hmm.
you are in touch, a player like Rohit Sharma or a Virat Kohli is in touch in, say, even gully cricket. I'm just saying for the sake of saying,
Hmm.
then also you would be tempted to play them, right? The player of their
Correct, correct.
quality. If they're in
Hmm.
form at any place, you would be tempted. So the same
Hmm.
had happened with BCCI also. So what they have decided is that if Rohit Sharma is back, he will be the captain of Indian cricket team. But the decision lies upon him. He has to decide whether he wants to play for India or not for at least
Hmm.
T20s.
Hmm.
So if Rohit Sharma plays, then he is the captain. If he doesn't play, then Hardik Pandya is the captain, and Virat Kohli will be opening with Shubman Gill.
So we can clearly see there is a little bit cat and mouse type tension being created between Rohit Sharma and Hardik Pandya, be it international circuit or IPL as far as captaincy is
And
concerned.
Rohit, sorry to interrupt you in between. I would like you
Hmm.
to answer one question, as we have seen in the past also with Dada or many legends. The controversy has happened with Virat Kohli. Also, it happened. It was not the
Hmm.
best of exit in terms of captaincy. Virat Kohli got. It was not the best of exit, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So we are often told, or we often have heard that whatever is said in press conferences, or whatever
Hmm.
is said in through the sources or BCCI officials revealing it, don't trust them, because they might not be the entire truth. There might be something hiding behind that. So I had a
Hmm.
question that don't you think that as they have mentioned that the decision lies upon them, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Hello, hello.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I had a glitch. Yeah, continue, continue.
Okay. So as I mentioned earlier that they have told that the decision lies upon them to decide their future in T20 cricket especially. So don't you
Hmm.
think that that is a strategy that they would say one day that they have already communicated that we won't be part of it, and they can just select the team led by Hardik Pandya? Don't you think that could be a strategy? Because we are often told that don't trust what is said from the sources. Rather, you trust only those things that are coming straight from the horse's mouth.
See, what I feel that any organization, okay, be it cricket or any other corporate level, the functional the functional way of operating is the a method of abstraction. Like they hide whatever is should be hidden, and they only come up with the half truth, which the people who are hearing it will take it in a good space. So ऐसा ही होता है, मेरे को यही लगता है कि as far as captaincy is concerned, it's a controversial thing because why it's a controversial thing, because whenever a person is captaining any side for, let's suppose, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years, whichever name you took, they have captained the side for quite long. So people get used to seeing them as a captain. Even that person gets used to seeing themselves in the mirror as a captain. And then you know, right, in the waking up in the morning, that they are the captain. He's the captain of the side, and he's ultimately going to lead his side and take the decision. So he's a powerful man. So what happens is that any person who is asked to step down as a captain, so people take a lot amount of time in accepting the new face. So that is what happened when Virat Kohli came in as the captain, replacing MS Dhoni. Many people were not happy, but ultimately Virat Kohli became a very successful captain, and people started loving him. Similarly, what happened when Virat Kohli stepped down as a captain, Rohit Sharma came in. People hated that fact, but ultimately they also started accepting Rohit Sharma. So what happens is that the organizations know this thing for a fact, that people won't take the controversial things very nicely. So they come up with only half truths, or glimpses of lies also, so to manipulate the audiences, and also to keep the media in check, because media person, how good they are with their work,
How
and
it operates.
yeah, and digging up facts and truths from like mouths of third party people, or anybody for that matter. So I think we should not believe whatever the press is saying, but to avoid the controversy, it's always good to just go with the flow and accept whatever they're trying to say. That is what I feel.
So, so you are saying that there could be potentially this thing happening, the scenario which I mentioned, that they could be
Absolutely,
communicated.
absolutely, absolutely. And that is how it happens. See, any captain, as people say, that any captain won't love themselves to see, not leading the side anymore. Be it Saurav Ganguly, be it Virat Kohli, be it MS Dhoni, be it Rohit Sharma, be it Hardik Pandya. Everybody eyes that one position of being the captain, because you know that captain is not dropped often. How many times you have seen the captain himself has been dropped? And they know for a matter of fact that if they have a
Even if
strong side,
even if you will hear that a captain is dropped, don't believe that theory.
yeah, like until and unless there is something very serious happening, I have not seen much times that a captain has been dropped off late. But yeah, the thing is that as you said, that many things keep happening in the background. We are not capable to know that until and unless somebody does the third party digging thing. And and also it's good sometimes to not know things which are hidden from us, to maintain the peace, as they say. So that is what I would like to answer a question in this way.
So I would just like to create a hypothetical situation.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose yourself, Rohit, and myself, Siddharth, we have some discussions, and we are discussing with some higher priority board,
Mm-hmm.
and we had our discussions and we revealed what our plans are for future, and that higher priority board later on goes and communicates something else to the media apart from what we had revealed. Suppose we wanted to continue with that company or authority, and
Mm-hmm.
that company goes on to say in the media that those two person are not willing to continue with us. So how we would take it?
See, this hypothetical question is very like complex to answer, because we as normal human being, we might say, okay, we will go and reveal everything out there because things have not been handled with us correctly. But like we also have to understand that being a cricketer, being a top cricketer, you are handling a lot of responsibility. You're responsible for whatever you say and how you act. So if you just go out and give a controversial, blistering statement that, oh, the organization is telling a lie upon us, so a lot of
But
controversy.
Virat Kohli did the same. Virat Kohli did the same
Yeah,
after he
and
left the
you
captaincy.
know, right, what kind of repercussions were followed. So it's never good, like all that episode that happened with two of the biggest legends India's produced, Ganguly and Virat Kohli, was not very welcoming, and it was not
That was
very
not tasteful.
pleasing to see. Yeah, it was not very pleasing to see as well. So, but what I'm telling is that, like, I am sure that Virat also might have regretted that fact that he should have handled that with little bit more
Hmm.
professionalism, and also
Correct.
Ganguly for that matter, he also should have handled that with. See, we also don't know that whether any external
Exactly.
pressure was imparted on Ganguly or Kohli, let's suppose, because as you said that whatever
That
we
external
hear,
factors could be politics. You're saying that?
it can happen, it may happen. As I said that again, these things are very controversial and we never know.
I think your smile says it all.
Yeah, my smile says it all. And offline I have told you many times that it can't be Saurav Ganguly, because as my sources tell, that he is not a person who will be very keen in removing players from their position, because you also know that he has gone through those kind of things in the past. But people don't understand that many other like severe factors keep on playing. These things are not small, right? BCCI, a matter of crores and crores of money are involved, and like many stakeholders are there. So I think whatever happens, and those things are like tried to keep off the books and not discussed in on the public forum. And that is what happened during that time, and that is what generally happens also, I feel.
Correct. Absolutely. I can't agree more to whatever you said.
Yeah. So Siddharth, I guess we have discussed most of the things for today's session, and hopefully we have discussed two of our agendas today. That was the IPL news to start off, and the future of Virat and Rohit in the upcoming T20 World Cup. And let's end this for today and
Yeah.
this time. And
One thing.
yeah,
I'll just take a 2 minutes to brief
sure, sure,
the scenario of Hardik Pandya, and then we can wind this up, and then we can
sure.
close the video. Okay. So the last thing is that one thing I forgot to mention at the earlier, that what are the scenarios in the trading of Hardik Pandya. So the scenarios are very simple. That to trade back Hardik Pandya, I think his base price, I would not say that his cost price at which the Gujarat Titans bought him was, I think, 17 crores, if I'm not wrong.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
if that is his price, so then it is understood that if they have Mumbai Indians have to take him back, they have to give at least 18 crores, 1 crore more
Hmm.
than that. They have to
Hmm.
give. Otherwise, there is no logic. Na? That
Hmm.
franchise is also paying you 17 crores, and then if you are just giving that 17 crore or less amount, then there is no logic of coming back.
Hmm.
So they
Hmm.
might
Hmm.
be giving something more, but the catch position over here is that they have only 1 crore, 50 lakhs left in their bag. So now the scenarios are that each franchise would be getting 5 crores extra money in their purse. So that 5 crore they can utilize in the auction, which is going to be placed later, I think in December, if my
Hmm.
memory
Hmm.
serves me right. In December
December
only it is
19th.
going.
December
Yeah.
19th.
So in December 19th, it is going to happen. So on that day, they can utilize their money. But 5 crore is not enough when you go to an auction table, right? And
Hmm.
The another catch is that they have to buy a guy who is cost price is at least 17 crore. So
Hmm.
they would
Hmm.
first of all need that 17 crore, then only they can do other things now of going to the
Okay.
auction
Okay.
or having some. So the thing is that first of all they have to release 2 to 3 players, or say a player costing 17 crore, and I don't think that Mumbai Indians have any player that has a cost price of 17 crores. I think Ishan
Hmm.
Kishan is 14 crore or 15 crores, so if they
Hmm.
can release him, or Cameron Green was also a huge amount. So they, whatever they have to do, they will decide that. And what
Hmm.
I'm hearing is that there is a concept under the table. You know that concept that happens
Hmm. Hmm.
everywhere. So it's
Yeah.
not that
Correct.
you will only be paying that 17 crore. It will be
Yeah.
something else. Official would
Hmm.
be 17 crores. And one more thing, that as I mentioned earlier, that even the endorsements are also considered.
Hmm.
So you will pay
Other
extra
perks
amount
are
for that.
also, yeah. Other
Hmm.
perks are also being given
And
to Hardik
and
Pandya.
you, yeah. And one more thing, that I'm not a very huge football fan. I don't follow that franchise or even the international arena that much, but you have a fairly better knowledge than me. So I would ask you, I would let you answer on that stuff, that I've heard people saying that in football, also in franchise football, when they release a player, they have to give some transfer fee also. And that is a 50% given to the player and 50% given to the franchise. Is that true?
Yeah, this is how it operates. Like you're spot on. So 50% will be transferred to the player, and 50% there is some transfer money also being paid to the franchise
Hmm.
itself. And but football leagues are very a very big magnitude. I'm not
Hmm.
belittling IPL, but as compared to the big football leagues, IPL is still in a minuscule way. So I think this under the table concepts still come into the play, because there is no strict regulation that much in IPL, and a big franchise like Mumbai Indians, I think they can afford that too. So yeah, you are right. I think there will be under the table
Uh,
concept, and
yeah,
it is
yeah. You can continue.
yeah. So the under the table concept, I think it's not a new concept. It has been happening since long, because whenever these transfer things happen, I think there is under table concept which comes into play, and still in this scenario of Hardik Pandya's trade off, I think it will come into play.
Yeah, so that's what we have discussed, and I would just end this video with last one thing which I wanted to mention regarding this only. So suppose there is a endorsement deal done about, say, 10 crores or 20 crores. Suppose 20 crores. So in that
Hmm.
arena, the 10 crore is given to the franchise and 10 crore Hardik Pandya gets. So he's already getting that 17 or 18 crores apart from that 10
Hmm.
crores. So he might be getting
Hmm.
28 or 30 crores. You can imagine.
Hmm.
No player in IPL has got that much amount. Actually, to be honest, Hardik Pandya is not of that level getting that huge amount. At least I won't agree to that fact. 28 or 29 crores to a player of Hardik. I'm not degrading his
Hmm.
quality, but
Hmm.
28 or 29 crores is a huge amount. So I would just like to end this video on this note, and I would thank everyone for watching us. Sorry, and even Rohit also for giving us our quality time. We had a lot of discussions, and hopefully everyone would be having a, say, brief idea regarding what has been going through and what is the talk of the town at this point of time. So we are in growing phase. So we need your support. So
Yeah,
keep
absolutely.
watching us, keep subscribing us, and if you like our video, because we are trying to give our 100% effort only. 100% effort differs from person to person, so it may not be the best of efforts, but from our end we are trying to put that 100% effort, right? So if you feel that our efforts are going in the right direction, you can just appreciate them by supporting us and subscribing us, and also sharing our videos to the people, so that everybody comes across our channel